All right, that's enough of that crap, everybody. Hello and welcome. How's everyone doing? What is up, everyone? Welcome to my final consecutive streaming day in a 7-day streak. That's right, I've been streaming for 7 straight days here, guys. Woo! It's been a fun 7 days. Absolutely, this week's been exciting. We got through a lot of stuff, man. We finished up the Final Fantasy VI playthrough, which was super fun. We continued on with my Knights of the Old Republic playthrough, which was always fun. Well, always fun, very good playthrough so far. In general, had a really good time. Lots of chill stuff, right? We actually got the Pokemon playthrough to a really fun point where now I'm almost gotten all the Pokemon in Pokemon's Sword. We got, I think, 60 Pokemon left. So that's excellent. A lot of chill playthroughs this week. We did a lot. We did a lot overall. I think it was a really fun week. I don't know about how you guys feel, but I really felt that this week was really fun. Of course, we're currently playing the new release of the year, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which just came out on Friday. Following along the plot line of the Dragon Ball Z manga/anime. And this is a pretty solid game so far. Good stuff, right? So I certainly hope that you've had fun with this. Yeah, says most streamers I know stream 7 days with full-time jobs. That's great that they don't stream full-time like me, do they? Maybe they stream a couple hours a day. They're not here 8+ hours a day on stream. Are they, bro? Bro. That's what I thought. Now be quiet. Okay, so, first of all, today is Martin Luther King Day. In the United States, we celebrate once a year the memory of a great civil rights leader, a man who wanted equality in the United States, which is an amazing thing. Are things perfect in the U.S.? No. Are things better than they were? Certainly. So we always honor him today. Rest in peace, Dr. Martin Luther King. Today is also Monday, the 20th of January 2020, which means for some of you, we're starting up a new work week, a new school week. I apologize for that, obviously. It's very annoying. For me, it's my final day of streaming for the week. I finally get a day off tomorrow, like I said, after 7 straight days, which is good. And I'll finally have a day off to relax, spend some time with my wife, etc. Should be good. FYI, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So first of all, guys, the Viewer's Choice event has been set in stone. The Viewer's Choice playthrough has been selected. All right. So what is the game? The game is Donkey Kong 64, or is it Donkey Kong Country 64? I honestly don't even know because I never played it. So Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Country 64, whatever the hell it's called, is going to be the playthrough that we're going to be doing this week. Okay, so this was pretty big. You guys nominated games for a good almost 3 weeks and then voted for a week. And this is when you determined you wanted to see me play. I guess you guys really liked the Donkey Kong Country playthroughs that I did last year. Remember, I played 1, 2, and 3. So I guess those really resonated with you guys, and you wanted to see me do some more. So I've never played Donkey Kong 64 at all. So I don't know anything really about it. I don't know if it's similar to Donkey Kong Country or if they change it up. I have no idea. Okay? Well, here's the thing. I need your help, guys. Since you guys picked this game to be the one that I'm going to play, I need to know what's the best way to play it. With the Donkey Kong Country games, I got them on the Wii U, and I played them off the Wii U Virtual Console. Is that the best way to go with Donkey Kong 64? Is there a better way? You know what I mean? Like, are they available on the Switch? I don't know. I doubt it. But I need your help to figure out what the best way is. I am going to get it this week, and we're actually going to start that playthrough this Friday. Yes, that soon. I told you guys, as soon as we got it picked, it's getting right into the schedule so that we have a good variety of games here. So yeah, that's going to be coming up this week, okay? Let me see here. Wii U? Is that correct? Rick Grimes Dimes, Wii U, best way to go? It's on the Virtual Console, says Vincent. All right, so then Wii U. Wow, we're actually plugging the Wii U back in. Getting this thing working again, huh? It's been a while. Like I said, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 were the last time I played things on the Wii U, I think. So getting that sucker booted up again for later this week. That'll be exciting. Okay. So I guess that's what we're doing. Good. We'll do that. Now, I guess I'll have to use my Pro controller because there's no way in hell I'm using that ginormous Wii U annoying controller. Fuck that thing. Okay. So that'll be later this week. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. We did hit the subscriber goal for this month. We've already dipped under the subscriber goal since then, but that's okay. We hit it. And because we hit the subscriber goal, that means the retrospective event will be happening. Now, I have not had a chance to set up anything yet in regards to the retrospective event. That's okay. But coming this week, at some point this week, when I get a moment, more than likely it'll be later on this week, I'm going to set it up on my forums where you can nominate your favorite moments in my 11 years as a content creator, and you can nominate them. And what we're going to do is I'll review all of those, and we'll go through those together during this marathon that we're going to be doing. When will the marathon happen? Sometime in February. I can't 100% confirm yet when that'll be. I got to play it by ear, see how things are going with the schedule and everything, and also with nominations. But that will begin soon, that nominations process. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. Like I said, more than likely later on this week, that'll pop up. Okay? The other thing that's kind of the next in order on the agenda here is that Ask the King is happening this month. You may not realize this, but Ask the King is actually happening this month. It's my Q&A show that I do every other month. And on this show, I answer your questions. All right? So, I strongly advise you to post up your questions on my forums on thekingofhate.com. Reason being, that's the best place to get your questions reviewed for the show. And the more questions I get, the better the show is. That show will be the final Thursday of the month, which I think is the 30th of January. So that's coming up. Not this week, but next Thursday. I actually put a link that's going to play every 15 minutes or so here in the stream chat for Ask the King, for you guys to post up your questions. I'm curious if it's been working. Let me actually take a look here. I want to see, did Nightbot actually post that? I'm looking for it right now. Did anyone notice if there's been an Ask the King posting in the stream chat every 15 minutes or not? I'm looking back now. I don't see it. All right. So keep your eyes and ears peeled, guys. Please let me know if that posts up. If you don't see it within the next 15 minutes, that means something went wrong with the command that I created, and I have to fix it. But yeah, please. The thread's been live on my forums for a month and a half. So the more questions you post up, the better. Please post up those questions for Ask the King. Okay, I did not create a command for it. It's supposed to be something that automatically plays in the stream chat like every 15 minutes. But I want to see if it's actually working or not. I might have not done it properly. I can always double check that. Okay. Okay. So there you go. Post up your questions for Ask the King. Keep your eyes peeled for the nominations for the retrospective event. And someone asked what came in second place in the polling for Viewer's Choice. It was Code Vein, but it was not legit at all. Like, I don't know why people who try to do stupid shit think that I'm dumb. Like, someone went on there and basically they tried to record a ton of dummy accounts or sock accounts and vote with them to artificially inflate the voting for Code Vein so that Code Vein would win the poll and become the Viewer's Choice game. Guess what? I noticed it. Didn't even matter because Donkey Kong Country 64 beat it anyway. But even if that had happened, I would have been able to negate that. But someone was trying to cheat, basically. Cheat the system. But it ended up being Donkey Kong anyway. So, there you go. Excuse me. Alright, so that's a lot of stuff going on, right? A lot of stuff coming up. A lot of good stuff, good stuff. So let's talk about the schedule now so you guys know what to expect this coming week, okay? Hold up here. Let me pull up the handy-dandy schedule on my phone so you guys know what to expect when I come back from my day off tomorrow, okay? Hold on. Let's see here. All right, here we go. So today, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, 4 hours. Like I said, we're in the intermission. Right now, the intermission segment, which is between sagas, between the initial Saiyan saga and the Namek saga. I don't know what kind of content is in the game for Gohan to do. We're going to find out. We're going to do some side missions, train him up, etc., and then head on to the Namek saga, okay? Later tonight, it's my weekly Minecraft chill stream. On this stream, I will be attempting to build a shrine to Mr. Papafera, which would be pretty fun. We already have all the ingredients we need to do it. We just need to get to work. So we're going to do that tonight and then see what else time we have. So we'll see. We shall see. Okay? Let's see. In addition, I'm off tomorrow, like I said. On Wednesday, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot continues. I'm going to be doing another major stream of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Okay? PUBG. Also, I haven't done PUBG in many weeks. We're going to do a late night chill PUBG stream on Wednesday. On Thursday, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic continues on as the main gameplay stream. And then Thursday night, it's going to be Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Okay, continuing on as a playthrough. Very nice. Friday, Donkey Kong Country 64 premiere. I don't know if it's Donkey Kong Country or Donkey Kong 64. I don't know. I won't even know until I buy it and I download it. Okay, but I put it here as Country. That's going to be the big premiere on Friday. Okay, Friday night, Street Fighter, throwback Street Fighter stream, 2 hours of fun. Okay, what we do every week. Saturday, more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot paired with Pokemon Sword and my attempt to complete the Pokedex. We did a ridiculous amount of stuff last time. We got 35 Pokemon added to the Pokedex. I actually have a new slew of Pokemon that I traded last time that I can now evolve multiple times. So that's going to probably jump us maybe 10 more entries in the Pokedex regardless. So we're doing really well. I think another couple weeks, maybe we'll actually finish up the Pokedex for Pokemon Sword. We'll see. Okay, then on Sunday, more Knights of the Old Republic. And I'm actually going to be doing Doom 2 on the late stream on Sunday. That is a game that I played during the Christmas marathon. And I really enjoyed playing it for the hour that I played it. And I want to do it as one night a week, maybe a chill stream, and go through it because I haven't played it in a million years. And this is going to be a good way for me to get hyped up for the new Doom coming out in March. So Doom 2, continuing on this Sunday night, okay? And then on Monday of next week, so 1 week from today, more Donkey Kong 64 and another Minecraft chill stream, okay? So there you go. That's what you can expect. And I hope that you guys are excited for all the fun, okay? I am. I hope you're excited for all the good stuff coming up. I know I am. It's all good stuff. Okay. All right, guys. So, I hope that sounds good to you. That sounds like a good week schedule to me. A good variety of stuff, okay? What will I be playing on April 16th? I have no idea. I think that's a new release date, isn't it? Isn't there a new game coming out April 16th? I don't know. I don't have the actual the game release schedule. I have the games that are from the future. I've written down way over here at my desk. I haven't set that up in my phone yet, so I can't answer that. Okay. Well, I'll be playing Doom 64. It comes free with Doom Eternal, says Rick Grimes Dimes. Probably maybe something I do in long term, but I doubt that's something that I'll be doing short term. Plus, wasn't Doom 64 basically it's exactly the same graphics as Doom 2? Only they made new stages, if I remember correctly. I don't even think they did any new enemies. I think it was just the exact same gameplay elements of Doom 2, or Ultimate Doom, or whatever it was called. And then they remixed it for Nintendo 64 to be new stages and stuff. I actually owned Doom 64. And I keep trying to remember if I beat it or not. Okay. All right. So good stuff, guys. Feeling excited for the next few weeks. Feeling positive. Good stuff coming up. Thank you for being here on the streams and enjoying all this stuff with me and having a good time. That's what it's all about, right? All right. I think I covered everything there. I think we can move on to the second segment, the gratuitous plugs. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been a content creator for over 11 years on a daily basis. I absolutely enjoy sharing with you everything that I do in regards to gaming, sharing daily gameplay experiences, being able to, have that as an ongoing thing in my life. Gaming's been my hobby for my entire life, and to be able to now do this as a job, I realize that I am one of the luckiest dudes on the planet, because not everyone gets to do what they love and their passion for a living, and I've been doing it since 2011. So thank you very much for that. Now, certainly there's been ups and downs in that time period. You know, one time I was a full-time YouTuber and it was all about views and ad revenue on my videos on YouTube. Well, those days are long past. I've been a full-time streamer now for about 3 years. And quite literally, it is you guys and your crowdfunding support that allow me to keep doing what I love for a living now. So, if you like the fact that I'm here usually at least 6 days a week full-time streaming, if you like the fact that I still archive my gameplay videos over on DSPGaming on YouTube, despite the fact that I get pretty much nothing out of it positive, because essentially the ad revenue there has all but dried up. You know what I mean? Like, I get a very little bit out of that. I do it for fan service for you guys who can't attend the live stream, so you have a means to watch these back, okay? If you like everything I do, you want to see it continue, please consider contributing via one of the following methods that I'm about to outline on the stream. I am very appreciative of anyone who contributes. Now, I want to say something ahead of time before I even mention one of those methods. Contributions are greatly appreciated, but they are not expected nor are they mandatory. I consider it going above and beyond being just a standard stream viewer to actually contribute to one of my streams. I am super happy that people like what I do so much that they do. But I don't want anyone to come here and feel pressured or feel, oh, I'm the odd man out because I can't contribute on a stream or anything like that. That's not the case at all. For example, listen to this guy right now. This guy's name is Listen Toes FDP, and in the stream's chat he said, poop, poop, poopy, poop, 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 poop. See what I mean? This guy didn't come here to contribute. He came here to spam poop. And you know what? Great. Because that's what it's all about. It's about coming and hanging out. I'm not even kidding. That just happened in the stream chat. But anyway, coming and hang out, have a good time. Listen to my honest reactions to whatever game I'm playing, hang out and chill with me a little bit, maybe interact with some of the people in the stream chat. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's not about, oh, this is making money or anything. You know, I made YouTube videos for 2.5 years on YouTube before I ever made a dime doing it, and I monetized anything. And I would continue to stream even if I couldn't make any money. Of course, it would be in a ridiculously reduced capacity than what I do now, but I would continue to do it because I love it. Okay? It's my passion. That's why I do it. And then the money comes secondhand. All right? So, thank you guys for that. Please understand, any contributions are great, but you're not required to do so. All right? All right, so now, let's talk about some of the ways that people can contribute. First of all, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is a monthly pledge campaign. When you pledge to my Patreon, you earn yourself some personal perks, depending on how much you pledge. All the details are available on my Patreon, so I will not go into detail about it whatsoever. Please give it a look when you get a chance, and thank you very much to anyone who does pledge to my Patreon, okay? I have a Teespring store where I sell merchandise, primarily t-shirts, but there's actually other things there like stickers and mugs, etc. Very high quality stuff. In fact, today I'm actually wearing one of my Teespring shirts. I felt since I was playing Dragon Ball that wearing the manga-style DSP shirt would be kind of appropriate, okay? One of the many designs available over on my Teespring store. I can attest to the fact that the product is quality. This shirt in particular, I've owned for almost 2 years, and it looks like the day I bought it, never wore out. All the shirts over there are the highest quality. In fact, when I designed them, I picked the higher quality shirt fabric so that the shirts would last rather than them wearing out like a lot of other El Cheapo shirts you may buy on the internet. These aren't like that, okay? So, give it a look. Anything you buy helps me out. You get a cool collectible out of it. Thanks to anyone who bought anything. I actually checked this morning on a whim. I just said, gee, I think I'll check and see if anyone bought anything. Actually, a few people did over the last month. I say probably like 5, 6, 7 people actually bought some stuff from the store. I was like, wow, I'm surprised. Thank you. I don't really talk that much about the merch besides on my pre-stream, so it's very remarkable that you guys even give it a look. Thank you for doing that, okay? Okay, now, if you're here live on the stream, chances are you're going to want to contribute via a method that's going to get you some credit and some notoriety during the stream. So, if you want some recognition, if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to the channel or you tip me during today's stream, any of those 3 things, and I'm going to give you a live shout out during the stream, okay? Now, if you are either the top cheerer of the stream or the top tipper, I'm also going to put you up on the leaderboard. As you can see, there's sections there for that on the stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. In addition to that, there are 2 other leaderboards, all right? And these are, excuse me, these are actually leaderboards that are integrated into the Twitch chat themselves right here as part of Twitch and its dashboard. I'm actually refreshing those right now because those leaderboards updated overnight. Twitch considers Monday the first day of the week, and so it resets those leaderboards overnight on Sunday. So Great opportunity today, guys. If you want to either cheer or gift a subscription, an absolutely great opportunity to get recognized for that today, because those leaderboards have reset and you're going to get right up there into the top 10. And in fact, we're going to read off those people off of those leaderboards in just a moment to give you guys some extra recognition right here on the pre-stream. Okay, good stuff. Okay, so many ways to get recognized, right, that I just mentioned. You may be asking yourself, well, gee, I wonder what the best way to contribute to Phil is, considering that, you know, he just mentioned all these different methods. I wonder. The best way you can contribute, guys, is by tipping me. Reason being, very matter-of-factly, tips I get right away. All the other methods of contribution that I just mentioned, they all help tremendously. But it takes a while for me to see a positive impact from those. There's some processing time. Versus when you tip me, I immediately get those funds to do whatever I want. Whether I need to buy a game, like this week I'll be buying DK64, right? Whether I need to use it for grocery shopping and the like, which I'll be doing tomorrow, incidentally, on my day off. Whether I need to pay some bills, whether I need to pay some taxes, whether I need to pay an attorney, all those things that happen behind the scenes that have to do with business that you don't need to know about. The tips help me with that. So please consider tipping me if at all you can today, because that will be the best way to help me out. How do you tip? Well, below the stream, there's a tip jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat, okay? Either method will bring you to my PayPal tips page, okay, guys? When you're there, a couple things to know. First of all, you do not need a registered PayPal account to tip me. That is a misconception. You can actually use a debit or credit card, much like any other method of purchasing anything on the internet. You can do it the same way. However, you may not see those methods as listed there on the page because they only show up on the full desktop version of the PayPal site. So if you don't see those as methods of tipping, well, I recommend you try to load the full PayPal site on your mobile device, or just go to a desktop computer and you should see, oh, I could use a Visa or MasterCard, you know, American Express, Discover, etc. as a way to tip me, okay? In addition, if you are going to tip me, or if you're going to contribute to any streamer today, I strongly recommend you do whatever you can to protect your identity, okay? I really strongly recommend that. The reason I say that is because, sadly, there's some people who don't realize that there are people on the internet looking to hurt you for no reason. If they can get your information and they can link you to your real social media accounts, and they can dox you if they can, they will. There's no real reason for them to do it. It's not like they know you and they hate you. It's not like they personally benefit from doing it. But these people actually get pleasure out of hurting others just for the sake of doing it. They are miserable people with no positivity in their lives, and that's why they do it, because that's how they get their positivity, by feeling they have some kind of power over someone else, and being able to hurt someone anonymously gives them like a feeling of entitlement and you know, pleasure, which is really messed up when you really think about it. But it is what it is. That's life, and there's people like that all over the internet, okay? So, I recommend, if you're going to do any kind of a contribution, try to hide your real identity, all right? If you're going to tip me today, you can tip me anonymously. Just say anonymous, and no one will know it's you, and no one will be able to tie it to you, nor give you a hard time about it. Or make up a name. If you completely make up a name when you tip me, no one can know it's you either, right? So it makes sense. Last thing I want is someone contributing, but then someone finds out, aha, that's their social media. Look, there's their Facebook. There's where they work. There's their family. And next thing you know, you get harassment because you contributed to a streamer. Pretty screwed up, huh? So I always look out for my viewers, and I recommend do what you can to protect yourselves. It really is a great thing, okay? All right, guys. All right. So there you go. Let's now move on from the gratuitous plugs to the rules. Okay? I am streaming on twitch.tv, and that means that I need to abide by all the rules and regulations of twitch.tv. So thank you for that, for understanding that, and knowing that I can't just say and do whatever I want on my streams. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I have my own set of rules, my own code of conduct, per se, when it comes to my streams, because I have a methodology that I like to follow. So allow me to explain. Basically, the way I see it is, when you come to my streams, you are probably coming here to relax. You're probably coming here to escape the stress of your real life, to have a good time, to see how I'm doing in a game, get a laugh or two out of my reactions, hang out with me, maybe interact with me and some of the viewers. You know what I mean? You're here to unwind. You're not here to jump into a stream full of drama, full of nastiness and attacks, full of all kinds of horse shit, right? That's not what you're here for. You have that enough in your real life. You don't need to come here and be inundated with more of it. So, I have 2 general rules of thumb that I follow, and I feel that following these general rules of thumb helps out a lot in maintaining a chill vibe on my stream where we can all kind of relax together. The first is, there's 2 topics that I definitely feel are off the table that over the time of like 11 years that I've been a content creator, that they've never really added anything significant to my streams or my content, and that whenever we do end up talking about them, it completely derails the stream and ends up being negative. Those topics are politics and religion. I really don't feel they have any place here on a stream, so please understand that. It's different if I'm playing a game that has political or religious overtones, or the part of the plot is about that, and we start discussing it in context of the game. It's another thing entirely to derail the stream arguing about politics in the stream chat because you're angry about Trump being impeached or this or that. You know, we're not going to talk about that, okay? Today, I think there's even political stuff going on today in the world. I don't care. That's not what the stream's about. Please don't bring it up. Fair enough? All right. The other thing is, I'm well aware there are tons of people on the internet who make a living in some cases, or at least get some kind of positive benefit by basically deriding me, slandering me, insulting me and my family, and basically getting attention at my expense. They illegally restream my content. They constantly steal from me. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't defend myself because I'm in a financial position where I can't afford to sue these people for defamation. YouTube will do absolutely nothing about it unless you sue them. So, I'm stuck, all right? I'm well aware these people exist. If I spent every day debunking all the bullshit that they say about me, I would never have time to put out a positive stream. I'm a very positive guy, and I want to focus on positive and fun gameplay. I don't want to focus on the negative. Therefore, we know these people exist. Since there's nothing we could do about it, there's no point in bringing it up. Some people sometimes innocently will wander into the stream and say, hey, did you know this guy's streaming you and blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care what someone said about me. I don't care what the newest horseshit slander spin is on me. This happens all the time. I'm tired of it. I don't give a shit about it. And we just certainly don't need to be derailing my streams to talk about it. So please understand that. All you're doing, if you do bring it up on my stream, is you're giving these people undue attention they don't deserve. They're already riding my coattails. The last thing we need is giving them shout outs and shit on the stream. So we're not doing that. We're completely ignoring it. Okay? Fair enough. Good stuff. I hope you guys understand that, and thank you for understanding that that's part of the rules. All right. We're now moving on to the third and final segment of the pre-stream, which is the shout outs, where I give thank yous to those who have contributed, and we start updating the leaderboard, etc. Okay. So the first contributor for today was actually Capcom, who subscribed to the channel for 2 months and said orb time. That's right. Since we are in the interim or intermission segment of the game, we're going to have a lot of orb collection, I get the feeling. This game really wants you to collect a ton of fucking orbs. And essentially they are important because the orbs are the upgrade items for every character. So if you don't get the orbs, you can't really upgrade the characters for the story. You can't get their better versions of moves. So I do need to do some orb collection, as boring as it may be. But the thing is, this is an interactive stream where we're hanging out and we can talk and have fun while I'm doing it, rather than the old school me who used to just be offline ignoring you guys, or, you know, not live streaming at all, and me just going around collecting orbs for 2 hours probably would be boring as dirt. We can actually talk and hang out and have a good time while I do it today, okay? That's the amazing part of interactive streaming. So thank you, Capcom, for the 2-month resub. Time to get some orbs. Let's suck those Dragon Balls, right? Suck those balls. Lego Luigi, tip me $1. He says, I have a suggestion for the retrospective marathon. I've actually been watching your Yoshi's Island playthrough over on YouTube. I got recommended a video you did years ago where you tried to emulate Super Mario World on the Ouya. It didn't go so well. Happy MLK Day. Well, thank you. Happy MLK Day to you as well. I don't remember much about that. I definitely remember doing stuff with the Ouya. I remember Amazing Frog and maybe 1 or 2 other really bad games on it, but I don't remember trying to emulate anything on it at all. So I guess that could be interesting. So what I would say, Lego Mario, thank you for the suggestion. Here's what we're going to do. Later on this week, as I've already mentioned on this pre-stream, I'm going to set up on my forums a way for people to, Lego Luigi, excuse me, to suggest things for the retrospective event. Definitely post up and suggest this one. This is something unique that I don't remember. So I'm assuming this could be pretty funny, especially if I'm trying to do it and it doesn't work out so well. You know, it could be pretty fun. I guess we'll see. All right, so good stuff. Thank you, Lego Luigi, for that suggestion. All right, Alka de Ripa did a 100-bit cheer. That's actually the first significant cheer of the day. Let's go ahead and get Alka de Ripa up here on the leaderboard for that. Thank you, Alka. Actually, it's Alk de Ripa. I always thought it was Alka de Ripa. Holy shit. I've been saying this guy's name incorrectly the entire time. This guy's name is Alk de Ripa, and I've been calling him Alka de Ripa. Wow. That's a realization, a mind-blowing event. I literally have been saying this name incorrectly for like a year. Damn. Well, that makes me feel stupid. Damn it. All right, anyway, let's continue on. Gamma Relay 3 resubscribed to the channel for 14 months. Thank you, Gamma Relay 3, for 14 months of support. That is very much appreciated. Thank you, sir. Or lady, but thank you, sir. Probably sir. Let's see here. Let's see. Third Night the Third did a 50-bit cheer saying, would it be fair to view your 11-year legacy as a TV show of sorts? Each year is a season, and each season is a month of episodes. It's a sitcom where the dialogue is what you talk about behind the scenes. Blah, blah, blah. It's funny that you say that. I'm not going to read your ginormous paragraph. It's funny you say that because people used to say that to me. Like, I used to put out so much content on YouTube, right? Every day, I was putting out 30 videos or more on YouTube. And when you added it up, it was like 8 or 9 hours of gameplay a day. It was insane. To the point where I got complaints. People were complaining to me, I'm putting out too much content. To which I responded, I don't understand what you mean by that. YouTube is an on-demand medium. YouTube allows you to watch back whatever you want, whenever you want, for free. You know, it's not like, oh, there's a video up, it's timed, and it's going to go away in a week. And because Phil put out so much content this week, I'm not going to be able to watch half of it because it's all going to go away. YouTube allows you to just put everything up there infinitely, right? At least for now. We don't know how long that's going to last, but at least for now, everything that's on YouTube is allowed to stay on YouTube. So I guess my question essentially is, why did people feel like they couldn't watch it? Oh, man, you put out too much content. And the answer I got back shocked me. It literally shocked me. Here's the answer I got. Well, Phil, we view you as like an ongoing series. Everything you do is kind of like the next episode. And if we don't watch every episode, we feel like we're not watching the continuous series. It would be like watching season 1, 2, and 3 of Game of Thrones, but then you can't watch it till season 6. But you know, we don't have time to watch seasons 4 and 5, so we just go right to season 6, and now it feels like we're not caught up. Now, that blows me away, because for me, I'm like, you know, you gotta understand, I play a ginormous amount of games. I play a big variety of games, right? RPGs, platformers, first-person shooters, third-person survival battle royale games, so many fighting games, so many in just 1 week. I play such a variety of games that, to me, when I see stuff like this, it blows me away, because I'm like, this is confusing to me. Why don't you just pick and choose and watch what you want? I wouldn't expect that any of my viewers ever would watch every piece of content that I put out there. There's just too much of it, you know? And imagine people who jump on in the middle. Like, let's say you became a fan of mine 2 years ago. How in the holy hell are you ever going to go back and watch the other 9 years of content that I put out before you started watching, right? Like, I don't know how that would even be viable. So that blew me away when people told me about that. Like, that's pretty crazy. But essentially, some people obviously think of it that way. They think of it as a digestible content source that if you don't watch it all, you're kind of behind. Now, in reality, in the modern era of me doing content, I don't think it's like that. I think back when it was the on-demand days on YouTube, maybe some people felt like that. But now that live streamers are basically streaming every single day, you know, all the time, I don't think people see it like that. I think now people understand, hey, if I'm going to come by and hang out with Phil today, doesn't even matter what he's playing, we'll just come and interact with him, have a good time with him. And it doesn't really, you know, I don't really care what playthrough he's doing. I don't even know where he is in the game. I'm just coming by to hang out with him and chill and have a good time. I think a lot of people, that's their mentality now. It didn't used to be like that. Like I said, back on YouTube, it was more like, oh, I need to get caught up with the latest playthrough, and if I miss a part now, it's like I'm behind on an episode or whatever, right? So, very different mentality today versus how it used to be. But Third Eye, you're very much correct that some people do treat it like that, you know? So there you go. Okay, thank you very much, Third Eye. Snake Eater Did a 510-bit cheer. That becomes the top cheer not only of the day, but the biggest cheer of the week so far because the week just reset. And he says, here's some bits. I hope you're having a happy, trouble-free day. You know, Snake Eater, so far, so good. I'll just say that. So far, so good. Let me get you up on the leaderboard. Oh, shit. Let me get you up on the leaderboard here. Here's my hope, and here's what I'm a little worried about. I know that today is going to be the intermission of Dragon Ball between sagas. That means, even though there'll be content, it'll probably be grindy content. It won't be super fun. We may get to the Namek Saga today, which will be plot development. But I don't know how long it's going to take to get to the Namek Saga. I don't know how much side content is available to do. Okay? Obviously, I want to get my money's worth out of the game, and I want to check out the side content that's available. But I get the feeling there's going to be people who are going to sit here and complain. Wah, this is boring. Wah, he's collecting orbs all day. Well, I'm going to say this up front. Then interact with me. Let's have some fun. Let's talk. Let's hang out and have a good time. Let's not make this 100% about the game. Let's make it about you here being here to hang out with me while I play the game, so we can have a good conversation and enjoy what we're doing, despite the fact that the game might not be riveting at all moments. Okay, I'm going to treat this the same way that I treated like battle royale games, the same way I treat grindy RPGs. Let's have some fun rather than just sitting around and saying the game's boring. Okay, so there you go. All right, so thank you very much for the cheer, Snake Eater, excuse me. Useless is one. Did a 50-bit cheer. It says, I'm really hyped for the Dragon Ball stream. I haven't seen anything on the game yet, just to see you play it first. Are you a fan of the anime? I am. I've seen Dragon Ball Z from start to finish. I actually watched it on American TV up to the point where it had aired back in the 90s, and I got so antsy, I didn't want to wait, and I ended up downloading the entire Android and Boo sagas off the internet and watching them in Japanese because I wanted to watch them. 10 years later, I watched the entire series again when it was available, you know, on American DVDs and the like. I never saw any of the abridged. I know there's like Dragon Ball Z Kai and all that. I never saw any of those. I only saw the unabridged original shows. So, but I really do like the anime. It's fun, even though there's a lot of filler and crap. I still think it's one of the best of all time, and I really enjoy it. So, this game seems to be exactly the same thing. It seems to be basically you relive the saga from start to finish, even with the filler stuff in between. Like, I couldn't believe they had that stuff with Gohan training. I thought that would be what they cut out of the game. Nope, that was in there. So that's good. However, I must say, I was very disheartened when they cut the stuff from Snake Way out of the game. I was like, where's the Snake Way missions? I guess they figured those wouldn't really gravitate towards, content of gameplay. So it is what it is, okay? Okay. Let's continue on. Junior Mint, 007 cheer, 100 bits, says, you should jump on the roast me trend. I'll start. Your head looks like a big toe. There you go. My head looks like a big toe. I hate to tell you this, Junior Mint. I think I originated the roast me trend because that's what all these assholes have been doing for years anyway. So, it's kind of hard to jump on a trend that you've been a part of inadvertently for how long, right? Okay, thank you for the cheer. Alice Telemon just did a 50-bit cheer. He says, I bought Resident Evil 2 Remake last week. It was on sale in the PlayStation Store. I played the original back in the 90s. This was a very good remake. Game of the year. Yeah, for me, it was Game of the Year. I mean, that is exactly what I want out of a remake. Take the original and just kick it up 10 notches. Amazing modernized graphics, much better gameplay, new plot, new puzzles, full voice acting, cool characters, you know, basically making it a much better game overall. Resident Evil, I'll say this, the Resident Evil 2 remake is a far better game than the original Resident Evil 2. I'm not saying the original Resident Evil 2 is bad, it's not. And in fact, I just played it a few years ago and I really liked it. But definitely the remake is outstanding, okay? Okay, continuing on. Super Blind Man, what's going on, sir? Did a 200-bit cheers, howdy there, DSP. Looking forward to some more Dragon Ball Z gameplay, and I'll be posting an Ask the King question today as well. I don't do it much, but I'd like to think that when I do, the questions are good ones. I would say yes. I think your questions in general have been quite good, and I'm looking forward to seeing what your question is, and I wish you well today. Hopefully you enjoy the stream. Thank you for the contribution. All right. Well, everyone, I have a big announcement. Alex crapped his pant. Tipped $3. Alex crapped his pant, tipped $3, and says, I have crepes my pants at work, yup. I have crepes. My pants at work, yup. All right. This sounds very interesting. Thank you for this shocking news revelation. I appreciate that very much. This guy's the top tipper of the day, by the way. I actually have to put this guy up on the leaderboard, at least until someone tops this tip, which I hope someone does relatively soon, but I can't really control that. Alex Crap. By the way, he spelled crapped wrong, because crapped has 2 P's in it, but, you know. Alex crapped his pant at work. Very nice. Alex Telemon cheered again. He says, you know, I understand that fill as episodes concept. This is why I try to watch most pre-streams, even though I don't watch all playthroughs. This is a freaking awesome 10-year experience for me to watch and see you evolve and grow. Well, thank you, Atlas Telemon. I appreciate that, and I hope that many people feel that way. I certainly don't feel like what we do today is anything like what I used to do back in the day. Even though it is just me playing games and enjoying them, the whole methodology behind it is so different. Back then it was like, I'm just going to fuck around and throw stupid videos on the internet for the hell of it. Now it's like, I'm going to put out a fun, relaxing, chill stream for people. Hopefully this has some meaning for people, because people tell me that my content actually does have deep meaning for them. So I'm going to keep doing it, right? Very different. You know, back then it was kind of a fuck it all attitude. I didn't give a shit. Now it's kind of like, wow, people really love what I do and like me as a person. I need to keep this up. You know, and so I do. It motivates me every day to come here and hang out with you guys on stream and have a good time. So thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. Third Night the Third cheered. He said, well, some people watch you for you and not for the gameplay. I think that's why a lot of them gravitate to you know what, because he could be like a history channel for your show. I don't even think, I know what you're talking about, but I think there's just more than one person like that. There's probably like 3 or 4 people who are kind of like that, who they archive everything I do, but of course they only archive the negative shit. They're not there to talk about the positive stuff. They're there to be dickheads about it, right? Then he's talking about how my Twitter feed is Fox News. We're not going to talk about that politics shit, but thank you for the cheer. Alfred Aponte, Timmy $3.01. Thank you so much, Alfred. I could take that stupid name off the leaderboard. And he says, happy MLK Day. Happy MLK Day to you too as well, Alfred. Oops. Let me get you up there. Oop. Ah, crap. I can't spell. There we go. Get that up there on the leaderboard. I'm actually feeling really good today. I'm feeling pretty energized. My throat doesn't feel like shit today. It feels a little bit gunked up, but it's not fucked up like it's been for the past 2-3 weeks, which is a great thing. And we've got a good day of streaming lined up. But also, quite frankly, I'm excited that I get a day off with my wife tomorrow. So, very good stuff today. Snake Eater now did a 1,050-bit cheer. And he says, get that guy off there. Well, we did. Thanks to Alfred. We got him off there. Thank you, Snake Eater. Let me get you up there. Oh, shit. I almost completely destroyed the leaderboard. So thank you, Snake Eater. That is a 1,050-bit cheer. Which, once again, boom, puts you into the top cheerers position for the week. Thank you very much there, Snake Eater. Uselessness 1 cheered again and says, hey, Phil, do you think if Dragon Ball Z becomes too chill, you'll play it in the night streams? If it becomes too grindy or long, I'm also really hyped for Donkey Kong 64. Well, let me put it this way. I know this game is insanely long. Okay, it is. It's insanely long. People are saying just beating the main story, if you do no other content, is at least 30 hours. And then if you do side content, you're talking the game could be upwards of 60 or more hours. I think someone has said, if you literally play it completionist, it's a 100-hour game. Now, that's crazy. I don't think I'm doing that. But certainly, I'd like to try all the meaningful side missions. I would definitely like to upgrade the abilities. You know, I want to do as much as I can. So, taking my time with it. I'm afraid if I do it as a nighttime stream, that number one, I'm never going to beat the game. I mean, how many months am I going to play this? If I do 2 hours a night for 2 nights a week, 4 hours a week, and the game is 30 to 60 hours, you're talking this could take 2 to 3 months to beat. I don't want to have it be that long. And in addition to that, this is the only new release of the year so far. And if you listen to my game release schedule when I went through it recently, there's not a lot else going on. So I think what I should do is focus it as a main gameplay stream a couple times a week. I understand some people might find it boring. Well, it is what it is. You know, there are other playthroughs coming up. I'm still doing Knights of the Old Republic. We got Donkey Kong coming up. After I beat one of those, more than likely I'll switch it to another main gameplay stream before a new release comes out, okay? So, there you go. That's how I'm going to approach it. Now, long term, if we get more exciting games to play on the main gameplay streams, and people are yelling and saying, I'm so bored of Dragon Ball, can you switch it up? I would consider it. But I'm not going to do that by default right now just because some people are whining that there's orb collection. Like I said, if you don't like the orb collection, fine. Talk to me. Let's hang out. Let's have a fun stream out of it that way rather than worrying about, oh no, at this moment it feels collecting orbs and it's slightly boring. Let's complain that the game sucks. How about instead let's hang out and have a good time and stop whining about every little moment. Okay? Sonic X Blast says, how is the difficulty of the game? Funny you say that. It was super easy, and then all of a sudden, I'd say the last hour that I played it, it actually got really tough. Like the boss fights against Vegeta and whatever were tough. I had to heal a ton. And then they started spawning high-level enemies on the maps that whooped my ass. So I would say the intro was very easy, and then the game actually had a huge difficulty spike. So luckily, I got past that part. But I guess we'll see as we continue on. I get the feeling the game will require grinding and doing the side content. So, okay. Tommy is an ass. Tip $4. If you can believe it, now this guy's the top tipper of the day. I got to put this name up on the leaderboard. Tommy is an ass. To me, $4, and he says, man, and that guy also shit his pants at work, asshole. Well, thank you, Tommy is an ass. Once again, I got to get this guy up on the leaderboard now. Thanks very much for the $4 tip. Tommy is an ass. All right. Thank you, guys. Continuing on, Atlas Telemon just cheered. He says, thank you for not killing off the Street Fighter streams. Okay. It was close, man. I was on the verge of doing it because that 1 week was such a fucking boring week. We couldn't get matches. The matches I got were laggy. I could only find like 3 people playing. Someone was trolling. It was just a pain in the ass. But if you haven't noticed, recently they've been better. Like, there's a lot more competition now, for whatever reason. More people play. Usually there's like 3-4 lobbies going every Friday night now, which is good for variety because I can move between the lobbies and play different people in different games, which is fun. You know, I've actually played a few people that are really good at like hyper fighting. That guy I played last week who knew Honda, dude, he was pretty good. He knew like some really good stuff about the hitboxes of Honda that I didn't know in hyper fighting. He whooped my ass. That was fun to try to beat him. You know, challenge myself. So that's a good thing. I like variety, and that's the thing is that if you're playing the same 2 people over and over, it's not variety. So that's the good thing that there's been more people playing, and I will keep playing Street Fighter, old school Street Fighter, as long as I'm able to, and we get that kind of fun and variety. So let's hope that it continues. Okay. Rob is here. What's going on, Rob? He took me $5. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, Rob. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I thank you very much, Rob, because your top tip just allowed me to remove Tommy is an ass from the leaderboard. So let's go ahead and update that right now. Excuse me. Shit. I screwed up. So that is $16 tip so far today. Great. Thank you very much, Rob. Alice Telemon shoot again. He said, what's the difference between a tick throw and a throw trap? Okay. So a tick throw in a fighting game is just the descriptive way that you say, okay, I did a move that made you block, and the block basically kept you in what's considered called block stun, meaning you can't move for a certain set of time as you're recovering from blocking the move. You then have an advantage where you can throw the opponent immediately after. Now, in some games, it's completely unavoidable. In most games, it is avoidable, but it's very hard to get out of. Like, you have to do a quick move that has maybe an invincibility property to blow through the throw attempt or whatever, okay? So it's very tricky to get out of. That's considered a tick throw. You do something that makes your opponent block, the opponent gets stuck in a block stun animation, and then you can throw right after as a way to you know, hurt them. Now, a throw trap, okay, is essentially when you have a throw as a part of a setup. It could be a tick throw setup, but essentially a throw is part of a trapping loop, okay? So for example, I'll give you a hint here. If you're playing as Balrog in Super Turbo, the boxer, he can use his throw, which is the repeated headbutts, okay? After the headbutts finish, the boxer has 3 options, okay? He can stand still, he can walk forward, or he can walk forward all the way. Now what I mean by that is, after the headbutt throw completes, the opponent will fly into the sky and kind of float for a second and then land in a really weird floaty way. It's a weird animation. This allows Balrog to recover and walk forward and do a setup. So he can like walk forward behind you and then hit you backwards, and because you're not expecting him to be behind you, you don't block, and next thing you know, he gets a combo. Okay? Or he can walk forward and act like he's going to walk behind you, then stagger the walk and then hit you from the front side instead. Or he could just stand still and completely psych you out and then do a different move. So those are 3 different options. Now here's the thing. The reason that there's a throw trap is because Balrog's throw is incredibly high potential, like high priority in the game. So what you can do with Balrog throw, as the opponent's landing, either walk in front or behind them, do an attack to make them block, and immediately do a tick throw set up to throw again. Then they get thrown, they land, you rinse, wash, rinse, repeat again, and you can keep mixing it up that you're either going to land in front or behind them. So if you do a move and it connects, oh wow, you get a free combo. If they block, you go for another throw to reset it. So that's the Balrog throw trap. So the tick throw itself is the description of making them block and then out of their blocks done throwing them. The throw trap is a loop that you create with a throw integrated in there, so you have an option to continue on this kind of looping attack strategy with throws integrated into it, and a tick throw can be part of that setup. Okay? Good stuff? All right, so people are going to sleep now. They said we don't want to hear the technicalities of fighting games. What's hilarious is people always complained that I wasn't technical like other people who stream fighters. They were like, man, you know, when Justin Wong streams, he explains all these technical things. You learn so much when you watch a Justin Wong stream. And when Phil streams, all he does is rage and complain. So now someone asks me a technical question, I answer, and people put out resident sleeper emotes and say that it's boring. Well, tough titties. Okay. Junior Mint Cheer says, I don't get it. You have so much knowledge of Street Fighter. Why don't you capitalize on it? Roast me. You sound like a seal when you laugh. Well, I already knew that. At least you didn't say a goat, because I think I do sound... Actually, I guess I kind of sound like a goat, too. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know how you think I would capitalize on it. The thing is that, sadly, I don't really play the new games. I don't like the new games. So even though I have all this technical know-how, I don't think I could ever use it in applying to the new games. I could sit here and talk about Super Turbo till I'm blue in the face, but who cares? Super Turbo is an ancient game. Its competitive community is very small compared to modern games that are newer games. So it doesn't matter that I know all this shit. No one really cares. I don't know how you think I could capitalize upon it. Okay? Okay. All right, guys. So let's now give a shout out to the top 10 cheers of the week, which is only 7 people because it just reset overnight. Okay? So, a tie for 5th place between Elk Darippa. I have to remember how to say his name now. It's Elk Darippa. Not Elka Darippa. Elk Darippa. So thank you, Elk Darippa, Third Eye the Third, and Uselessness 1, who are tied for 5th place. Then we have a triple tie for 2nd place between Super Blind Man, Atlas Telemon, and Junior Mint 007. And in 1st place so far this week, Snake Eater. So far, no one has gifted any subscriptions to the channel. Therefore, that leaderboard is blank. All right. All right, sound good? All right, guys, I think contributions, yes, they've calmed down. I give shout-outs to everyone. It is time to end the pre-stream. It is time to very briefly take a break. I'll use the restroom quickly. Okay? And then we will get started here with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Should be fun. I hope you guys are excited and you're ready to chill with me while we do some of the intermission stuff. And then, hopefully, what I'm hoping is we'll do some intermission stuff for a couple of hours, but we do get to the Namek Saga today. I would like to get to the Namek Saga today, where the Z Fighters travel to planet Namek to try to find this new set of Dragon Balls to summon back everyone who died, including Piccolo and the other Z Fighters, and get everything kind of back to normal. Meanwhile, Goku's recovering from his very vicious fight with Vegeta. Excuse me. So, we'll see. We'll see how today goes. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you. Let's end the pre-stream. I will very briefly take a break, and then I'll be right back, and we'll start up with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Thanks. See you in just a sec.